Any other thoughts on 2024 predictions or whatnot?
I think I'm hopeful just from what we're seeing. The economy is slowing. So, the good news is that when the economy is starting to slow, inflation naturally starts to come down. And so that's the good news. The bad news is that means an economy that's weakening. And so, based on everything that I look at, all of the coincident indicators that the NBER looks at, the National
Yep.
Bureau of Economic Research that dates recession, other than GDP, Michael, everything is deflating, and
Yep.
many of those signals are already in recessionary territory. And that means I predict that we will have a recession. I don't know how deep or how long. Let's just call it an average recession. And that is going to spark some layoffs. It's going to, put us in the trough for a while. But then I think, the Fed's still going to be very, very cautious to cut rates as drastically as some people are hoping, because inflation isn't yet down to their 2%. And so I think that these lag effects are still going to take some time, right? We've had how many months of no rate increases?
So
Two?
far, five. No, I think it's 4 or 5 at
Five.
this point.
Five.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think that it's generally about a year that these lag
Mhm.
effects take to really hit through the economy. So I don't think that we're going to know a whole lot until mid 2024. I see
Okay.
the first half of 2024 being kind of more of the same.
So I guess there's one more thing as we close this up. I forgot to ask unemployment. I think the unemployment reading last I saw it was 3.9. Where do you think that kind of tops out next year?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be in the mid fours. I think we're going to see continued unemployment. I don't think we'll hit 5% unless the recession is really deep. And that would generally require something to break in the financial system, the banking system, all of the debt that has to be refinanced. If it can't be refinanced, and you start to see more and more property owners give back property. Also, this bank rescue program from last first quarter of this year is running out. So unless they renew it, I think you could see some banks start to fail. And so if you see some bank failures and bigger bankruptcies, and more layoffs, then I think that that's going to push us into a worse situation, and then unemployment really could get up into that 5%. But I would say my base case is that we're in kind of the mid fours with a fairly average recession.
Yeah, the last thing I'll say about 2024, I just said it today on the Daily Financial News, is I think it will go down as the year of mergers and acquisitions. I think there's a
Yes.
lot of weak companies, big companies that buy weak ones, the strong who don't need to borrow, they have the balance sheet. I think there'll be a lot of mergers and acquisitions in 2024. How's that feel?
I agree 100%.
Yeah, very cool. Anna, where can people find you?
Great. You can find me here every week on your show. You can find me on social media at Anna Kelly REI Mom. And for real estate investing, consulting, and deal review help, you can go to my website at annakellyinvesting.com.
Thank you so much.